हैप्पी कि मुझे ये एक्सपीरियंस करने का मौका मिला बिकॉज ये दुनिया और ये वर्ल्ड और ये कहानी का हिस्सा बनने का मुझे वापस मौका नहीं मिलेगा बिकॉज फॉर पीपल लाइक मी जिन्होंने ज़्यादा पढ़ाई नहीं की है, जो ज़्यादा पढ़ते नहीं है, जिनको ज़्यादा हिस्ट्री के बारे में मालूम नहीं है, मुझे लगता है कि आप जब फिल्म देखते हो या जब आप लिटरेचर पढ़ते हो आपको बहुत सारी चीज़ों के बारे में पता चलता है, हिस्ट्री के बारे में पता चलता है और ऐसे किरदारों के बारे में, सैम मानेकशॉ, इंदिरा गांधी, आई हैड टू रीड अ लॉट अबाउट इंदिरा गांधी एंड आई रियलाइज देयर इज सो मच दैट इंडिया हैज़ गॉन थ्रू and that is only because of this film. And now this film is being made and a lot of people, young generation, उनको पता चलेगा कि क्या क्या हुआ है, कैसे कैसे लोगों ने हमारे देश के लिए काम किया है ताकि हम आज यहाँ पे बैठ के ऐसी फिल्म देख सके।
विकी का जो करियर ग्राफ है, एंड आई हैव टू आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन टू रॉनी एंड मेघना, राजी के साथ जो हमने एक चेंज देखा विकी में, विच मूव टू उरी, दोनों के लिए इज ही योर म्यूज? बिकॉज मैम आई एम बीइंग ऑनेस्ट, क्योंकि आप जिस तरीके की डायरेक्टर हैं, यू सो क्लियर कि आप अपनी फिल्म में किसको चाहती हैं, एंड आई थिंक दैट स्टार्ट्स राइट फ्रॉम द गेट गो, जब आपने पहली बार एक कहानी के बारे में सोचा होता है। वेदर इट्स राजी, रॉनी, फॉर यू द काइंड ऑफ फिल्म्स दैट यू हैव मेड, उरी, इज ही द क्ले जिसको आप मोल्ड कर सकते हैं?
I don't think Vicky can be molded, but he's the clay.
You know, for me, it's very strange because I love him. I love him as a person, and I love him as an actor. And then you put him in the role of Sam Manekshaw, who I completely adulate. So a lot of times, when I was loving what he was doing, I was not sure ki am I loving Vicky Kaushal the actor or am I loving what he's doing with Sam Manekshaw. Having said that, right from Razi, when there is a character that you know that ye naam aayega aapke dimag mein, then you don't think left and right. It happened with Razi, it happened with Sam. Because for me, I know that he will dive into it and give me more than what I'm expecting. He will make it his own. And that's exactly what he's done. It's there for everybody to see.
विकी, घर पे आईने हैं? मतलब इतने कैरेक्टर्स जब तुम करते हो कि इंसान तुम्हें देखते हुए भूल जाता है कि ये तो विकी कौशल है, बिकॉज यू जस्ट गॉटन इनटू दैट कैरेक्टर सो मच। तो आईनों की जरूरत है? यू आर लाइक ये अभी मैं सैम मानेकशॉ हूँ?
नहीं यार, एक एक्टर को आईना तो चाहिए, सेल्फ ऑब्सेस्ड होते हैं हम। तो
नहीं, पर ये आई थिंक 9 महीने जो ऐसे झुक के खड़े थे सैम की तरह, he had forgotten how to stand straight. He had to learn that again कि अब मुझे सीधे खड़े होना है। बोलो ना।
बोलो ना।
नहीं, मैं अपनी सैम की जर्नी के बारे में अगर कहूँ तो it strangely started with राजी। हम पटियाला में शूट कर रहे थे राजी, और 2-3 दिन की छुट्टी थी एंड वी वर होल्ड अप इन अ होटल, जहाँ पहली बार मेघना ने जिक्र किया था कि यू नो मेरी अगली फिल्म, दिस इज व्हाट आई एम थिंकिंग अबाउट, इट्स बेस्ड ऑन फील्ड मार्शल सैम मानेकशॉ। एंड और मैं सुन रहा था कि अच्छा यार ये फिल्म है, पर मैंने उनके बारे में किस्से सुने थे, मुझे ये नहीं पता था वो दिखते कैसे हैं। ठीक है, तो मैं बात सुनते सुनते ना नीचे मैंने मोबाइल पे गूगल किया कि ये दिखते कैसे हैं, फिर मैंने कहा ये तो बहुत हैंडसम है, मुझे तो ये रोल नहीं मिलेगा। तो फिर मैं फिर सिर्फ सुनता रहा, बट कहीं ना कहीं आई थिंक इन द यूनिवर्स तभी एक विश प्लांट हुई थी कि यार कहीं ऐसा एक रोल, बिकॉज शी स्पोक सो मच अबाउट दैट रोल एंड दैट लेजेंड, आई वाज लाइक वाओ व्हाट अ मैन, एंड आई विश इफ आई कुड जस्ट एट सम पॉइंट इन माय करियर get an opportunity like this. And in 2019 May, I remember I got a call from Meghna. She lives in Bandra and I happened to be in Bandra. कहाँ हो, क्या कर रहे हो? कहा कुछ नहीं, मैं बैंड्रा में हूँ, घर आ जाओ, कोल्ड कॉफ़ी पीते हैं। मैंने कहा ठीक है, मैं आ रहा हूँ। मैं चला गया and she mentioned Sam Bahadur again, and she spoke again in detail about Sam Bahadur, the film, the person, family, army, everything. And post हो रहा है, correct. तो उन्होंने मुझे कहा मैं स्क्रिप्ट देती हूँ, तुम पढ़ लो। मैंने कहा मुझे स्क्रिप्ट नहीं चाहिए, आपने मतलब आप मेरे बारे में सोच रहे हो, ये तो मैं कई सालों से मैंने यूनिवर्स में छोड़ा हुआ था कि आप सोचो मेरे बारे में, मैंने बोला नहीं था कभी, पर ये मैं कर रहा हूँ। उन्होंने कहा नहीं नहीं तुम स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ लो। एंड दैट नाइट आई वाज फ्लाइंग टू न्यूयॉर्क, तो मैंने फ्लाइट में स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ी एंड आई वाज वेटिंग कि कब ये 15 घंटे की फ्लाइट खत्म हो, मैं कॉल करूँ उतरते ही कि प्लीज आप कहीं इधर उधर मत देखना, अब मैं कर रहा हूँ, मैं आ रहा हूँ और we'll start working on this. So that's how this journey happened. And in the beginning, how she said that, you know, we've tried to imbibe the spirit of Sam Manekshaw through the process of the film. And I think in every little detail, चाहे वो conception हो, scripting हो, जो तैयारी 1-2 साल की pre-production रही है, फिर shooting हो और till the release, I think I'm very proud of the fact that हमने it's not just a film we've made. Of course, at the end of the day, it's a film we've made. But कहीं ना कहीं हमें उनसे बहुत कुछ सीखने का मौका मिला और उसे हमारी इसी फिल्म की जर्नी में implement करने का भी मौका मिला. That discipline was always there. That army discipline that, you know, saying that this film will come on a certain date a year back and then planning accordingly and then coming on that date and sticking to all the goals that she had marked out since a year, that, you know, इस तारीख को ये खत्म होगा, इस तारीख को ये खत्म होगा और ऐसे होगा. So that discipline that got imbibed from learning from such a character, that I'm really proud of. That we could get to learn so much from Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw.
Ladies,
जनरेशन को मौका देता है 12th के बाद आप जाके इंडियन आर्मी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। आपका खुद का पर्सनल क्या सोच है, क्योंकि आप ऐसे कई सारे रोल निभा चुके हैं?
See, the thing is that I feel is apt for another forum because it's a political discussion. So I would like to stick it to the film right now and to the man, the legend that we have, Sam Manekshaw, because I would love to answer this question because that's my personal take. And I would do that when I'm having a personal interview with you, which is not related to Sam Manekshaw. You know?
Meghna, hi. Vicky, lovely teaser, no doubt about it. Meghna, when you're making a film on a person like Sam Bahadur, you are taking, of course, the anecdotes and incidents from his real life. When you portray a real life character, where do you draw the line? Are there any challenges you face that where you know that you have to stop and then resume telling the life story?
It depends on the life and it depends on your intention. What is it that you're trying to do exactly? For a life like Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw, we have tried to put out everything that we could because his life is so full and large and actually cinematic that I feel that हम और भी कर सकते थे, but I had a duration limit कि इतने घंटे में film खत्म करनी है. Otherwise we could have gone on a little longer. But I think the only place where I would even think of a line is when it comes to the dignity of the character that you're portraying. That cannot be compromised. No matter what incident you are portraying of his life or her life, and this I would think would apply to any real life incident or character, that the dignity of the incident or the person that you are talking about cannot be compromised. And that comes from the intention of making the film. Why are you making the film? Right? So, yeah.
Thank you.
Vicky, to your right, Justin here from Indian Express.
Hi, Justin.
Hi. Vicky, 2 quick questions. I don't think it has happened before that you have a film coming out on that Friday, and the next week we have Katrina's film also hitting the big screen. What are the conversations like back home?
What are the conversations like that?
Yeah.
Back home. Nahi, she's excited for my film and I'm excited for her film. And she's not just got one film after my film, she's got one film 2 weeks before my film also. So I'm sandwiched between her films, which is a great spot to be in.
Also, I mean, Ronnie did mention about the clash and that it doesn't really matter, but as an actor, how are you looking at that Friday? Because the last time you and Ranbir were together, the dynamic was very different in Sanju. What's that Friday going to be like for you?
I think that Friday, eventually we both are going to hand over our films to the audience. So that Friday is going to be the audience's, day, more than our day. But I think like Ronnie very correctly put out, in today's time, especially, we as an industry should give the option of multiple films on the same day to the audience. That's how we're going to flourish as an industry. We have, those many weeks in a year. But as an industry, we can't limit ourselves to making those many films in a year. We have to make multiple films and we will have multiple releases on the same day. And we got to build an atmosphere where multiple films can work together. We have that strength in the audience, we have that strength on an exhibitor level, so why not, and I think we need to kind of push that envelope also now. And with today's given scenario, with the excitement that the audience has, I think if they resonate with two films, if both the films are good, both the films can work. So I'm as excited for Animal as anybody else, and so it's I think as long as it's a great day for the audiences, that's whom we work for them, not for each other.
Hi.
Hi,
Mayur here from Beyond Bollywood. To your right, if you can see me. My question is for Meghna and Vicky. अगर आप भी उस पे जवाब देंगे तो बहुत अच्छा होगा. Meghna, in my limited interaction with army officers, always I get the sense that when you speak to them and you have to talk about successful operations, the tone is always about they will never talk about individuals but always about the regiment and the force as a whole. But obviously as a filmmaker and Vicky, for you as an actor, कि जब आप चाहे वो सैम बहादुर हो या फिर विक्रम बत्रा हो, so obviously when a director or a writer writes this film or when an actor acts in this film, do you also have to ensure that the screenplay or the performance doesn't end up being a one-man army show?
I think we have a bit of both in this because we are covering 4 decades of his life in uniform, and naturally he did not start off as a one-man army show. When he started his military career, he was part of a regiment, and he grew, and then he went into a commanding role.